Okay, gonna give you some life lessons from the first minute of the video. Sorry for the way I'm recording, I'm rushing, I'm hurrying. Because the place I'm going is gonna get closed by 5 to 6 p.m. and it's 3 p.m. right now. And the problem is that it's on the other side of the city and I have no idea where am I going. The road trip itself might take us for close to 2 hours, and I am not sure if they're gonna be there by the time I'm gonna get there. So the problem is that this is the only way how I can communicate with them, because I am gonna be free by Saturday, and on Saturday they might just not work on that day. So yeah, the thing I wanted to share with you is that, brother, in life, there is a lot of things which are not too difficult to understand. For example, in my case, I might fail, I might not, I'm not sure if I'm going there. It's place called Startup Garage. I think you already understand what, I'm going there for. They might give me an insight on how, they might ask me about my software company, which I closed down a couple of days ago. They might give me an insight on how to run a startup or something like that. Or they might just hire me as a front-end developer, what I wish for. And what I wanted to say you is that, my phone didn't have enough charge, and I don't have any money on my phone, to use the internet, right? So you have to pay. I had Wi-Fi at home, so I had a lot of problems and troubles. I had limited amount of time. I had no money into my name. I didn't know where I'm going. It was too far. So all of these discomfortable obstacles, and I thought that, shit, I don't want to go there. And something just hit me on that moment, and I just realized it's not about winning. We're not playing this game to succeed. We're playing this game to play. You know what I mean? In life, you can't win 100%. It's about playing the game. The win, the success, the victory is the joy, the play of the game itself. In one word, it's about showing up. You know what I mean? Get up, get off your butt, pay the money you need for your mobile 4G internet connection. And I had the money. I was just a little greedy. I didn't want to pay for this thing because I thought that this is useless. But in this case, it's not useless. It's far away. I'm hungry. My phone doesn't have enough charge. I know where I know that the place I'm going, I don't know where it is, and I might not even manage to get to the right time, right date. But I will still get up and I will try to show up. That's the name of the game. Okay, so we did it. First step completed. We get out of home. Now we have to pay the phone fees, phone internet connection fees, you name it, whatever. And then after that, we're gonna start our journey. We're gonna take the underground, and after I'm gonna leave the underground, I have to walk close to 3.5 kilometers on foot, and then only I am gonna be able to reach that place. Okay, for those who never have seen my videos before, I'm just gonna quickly explain. I'm on underground waiting for a train to come anyway. So my name is Sanjar. Our goal is to document the journey until we're gonna become a millionaire. So the game plan is to make websites in our agency, my agency or our agency name. So this is the main way, how to say that, main source of income, you can say. That sounds stupid, but anyway, I did not work on the agency today yet, but did I work on myself? Yes, I did. And yeah, documenting every day until we're gonna make $1 million in a year. Hey. Okay, these earplugs are insane. I'm not hearing myself. Hey man, just wanted to, show you this. And man, I mean, I'm I'm on a village, which is like, I'm feeling like I'm in London right now. Honestly, like, look at this beautiful house. Looks like a Hogwarts. This weather, rainy, and this roads so clean. Of course, I'm gonna feel like I'm in Europe, something like that. It's insane. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm only 1/3 on the way. I already finished the journey in underground. So right now, all we gotta do is 3 kilometers on 5. Yeah, I could have waited for bus to come, but I just couldn't bear patience, so I just decided, okay, let's go by foot, and maybe God will help us and I will end up being there quicker and less tired, exhausted than I expect. Because obviously first half of the day I was working 9 to 5. I didn't take time to rest. I wanted to sleep, but I didn't, and it's cold, it's rainy, and I'm trying to keep myself up, although I'm tired, although I want to go home, although it's cold, and I don't want to get sick, obviously, and I want to protect myself from this kind of things. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. From my words, which I say, it might sound a little not something you want to hear when you watch this kind of videos, because I think you get used to get hyped up and motivated when you watch some kind of an entrepreneur on YouTube. And I want to share some of my good emotions. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. I don't know what is waiting for me on the other side. Honestly, no idea. Maybe they will hire me as a developer. Maybe we'll just, I don't know, invest in software company, which we kinda got close. I don't know if I should tell them that. Yeah. I think I'm gonna see you in like 30 minutes or something like that. Bye. How the heck these people are so rich? I thought I'm living in a third world country where everyone is poor, and I mean, look at this house, this house, this house. All of them are so fancy, and I have gone through like entire village of Hogwarts houses, which is insane. I can't see I can't show you each and every one of them, because I mean, rich people is they like their security, and I think they're not gonna really appreciate the matter of fact that I'm filming their houses. But bro, I mean, look at that house. I mean, you can see it, it's too far away. But the money is hiding, brother. Money is, I don't know, at least maybe in the case of my country or many others. I mean, there's some countries you think about and you're like, oh, okay, Dubai, London, Los Angeles, Miami, Singapore. Okay, this is the place where rich people can hang out. This is the places where I can find rich people. But bro, if you're gonna dig deeper, no matter that, doesn't matter where the location is. I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm in a country where the GDP is like $36 billion. It's like 4 times less than the amount of net worth of Elon Musk. So, but I still can see some people making at least 10K a month, you know, the owners of these houses. So Google says I am only 4 minutes away from my location. It's 5:30 p.m. right now. The good news is that I outside. I sat somewhere like this, and I prayed Asr, and at 6:30 p.m., 1 hour after, later. I'm sorry.
Turn left, then turn left.
Yeah, usually it's okay. Google wants me to follow the path which is longer, and I already have stepped too many steps to follow his path. I mean, Google is a good thing, but there's this one problem. Look at that. Such a sweet and nice home. And I'm in, I guess, another village which is not fancy, as you can see. But bro, such a
Turn left.
sweet place. Oh my god. Yeah, I knew it's gonna be hard, and I was prepared. But actually going through some kind of hardship is a lot harder than going through it in your mind. I guess I have to also go back to where I came from. I have to remember that I have to also go back home. And by the time when it's 6 p.m., 7 p.m., a lot of people are gonna be getting back from their jobs back home. So again, it might be not easy challenge to overcome even when I'm gonna be getting back home. But the good news is that as soon as I'm gonna find a place to pray the Maghrib, I think I don't have to worry about the time thing anymore. Okay, I have to look back to the Google Maps. Bro, now I think I know why do people pay for the communities and all these kind of things. Because this feeling of like understanding, this I don't know, I think I just get used to being that weird guy, being that misunderstood one, and I just thought that people won't ever understand me at all, and I will just have me and my co-founder, and these are the only people who are gonna understand me. And like I don't know, I just kind of accepted this thing and this defeat to a certain degree. Maybe because why then? I'm so happy to hear these people who are 26, 27, 30-year-old people who listened to my ideas, who listened, and like they thought that it was it's cool, and they thought it's, you know, my god, subhanallah, man. Oh my god, subhanallah. I mean, you know, that pays off, bro. You know, they didn't literally employ me or like anything like that happened. Like I didn't get a job. You know, these things didn't happen. But bro, I went out of this interview which I had with one guy, and even to that guy I talked to for close to an hour or something like that. And we discussed software, we discussed startups, we discussed ideas, we discussed age and all this, basically success stories and things like that. And after that, I prayed Maghrib. In that place, they gave me a praying mat. I was like thinking, where am I gonna pray? Am I gonna pray under someone else's house's window again, being you know, afraid that the owner of the home is gonna see me constantly being afraid of that? But no, bro, like they gave me a praying mat, they gave me an empty room, they showed me a direction, and bro, subhanallah, I don't know, bro, like so many things they happened way better than I was expecting it to happen. And it's just I'm really glad that I did take my butt out of the couch, and I did spend some money to get here, and I know the results aren't 100% that I'm gonna get this job or something like that, but bear with me. I promise you I got something way more expensive or way more valuable than anything out there. I got people shish, like, making close to 10k a month just in my network. I literally have their phone numbers. I literally have a phone number of a CEO of the company. Oh my god, because I went out of that interview with one guy who I think is CTO or something like that. And I talked 1 hour to that guy about startups, and I was so happy about that he understood me, because he said something which really resonated, which really like kind of blowed my mind away. Let me translate it into English. Okay, so if you're gonna take diamonds to someone who is selling beef, so basically meat, maybe he's gonna be able to give you $200, $2,000 for that diamond. But if you're gonna take it to someone who is selling diamonds, and he's gonna give you $20,000 for that same diamond, you didn't change the diamond, you just changed the person you are selling it to. I guess the idea here was to not just to close a whale client. I am recording this part of the video at like 9:58 p.m. right now, and I think rewatching this video have taught me something. So just wait for it. I think it's not just about closing a whale client, because a lot of times these whales are older people who just don't really give a shit about something you are selling to them. Really, they are not into this modern stuff. They're not into this, they don't know what is SMMA. They don't know what is, AI automation. So I think it's about finding the kind of client who is well, but is also at the same time someone who understands what you're selling. Do you understand? There is a lot of people who sell clocks, but there is, a guy who is going to be interested in your old watch. And that guy is the one who you should look for. If you understand what I'm saying, it's gonna, I know and I understand that it's gonna make your search more complicated for a client, because searching for a whale client is already a very complex situation and task. But now you have to search for even more niche down client, and that's just the truth, brother. Even though you are not gonna search for that niche down kind of a client, you are gonna, at the end, you are gonna land that niche, that guy anyway. So it's just a game of numbers. You either gonna go for a broader audience and broader niche of people, and at the end of the day, you're gonna still close the same guys, or maybe you're gonna have more brain, headaches. Okay, I found the right word. If you might have more headaches right now to find that right kind of a client, but then when you reach out to that guy, my brother, I think you know what I'm saying. So I think the idea was this. So I think that's what I understood. The idea was not to just look for a big client which can sell for a lot of money and can pay you a lot of money. The idea was to find the kind of a client which can pay you a lot, but at the same time appreciates the thing which you're selling. Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna close a 56-year-old client who kind of want to experiment with this thing called SMMA or web design or AI kind of thing, and want to give you a trial for 1 to 2 months, but in the end, after not receiving the kind of imaginary results they were looking for, they will just quit, or something similar will happen at the end. So yeah, find people who are gonna get your ideas, who are gonna feel what you're saying. And yeah, I mean, life is weird, I know, but you can do it. The location, and that's it. I mean, you and I already know this thing, that we can talk to, can close a whale client and all this stuff, but none of us know how to actually catch that whale, because we are not sailors, obviously. And like, yeah, I mean, let's be honest, I mean, all of us know that catching a whale is a cool thing and blah blah blah, but what he basically meant was, you thought that your ideas are boring and no one is going to invest into your ideas because you either pitched your idea to someone who was not a guy who's selling diamonds, or basically someone who's gonna fall into that criteria, someone who's gonna understand startups, understand the young generation, and something like that. And that was so cool to hear that, because I just I went from being someone who is misunderstood all the time to a degree, because I mean, when I was building the software company, I used to think that I'm a freak and I'm building a software company without any background in programming. I didn't get a coding job as a junior developer. I couldn't get a junior developer position coding job. I mean, I didn't try as hard as I humanly could. I'm gonna accept that. But bro, like, shit. After that meeting, I went out, and it so happened that at the same time I was getting out of that interview, I think CEO of that company was also going home, so he catched me up. I just asked him if he can take me until the underground station. Like, he doesn't have to take me home or something like that, obviously. Like, I was so tired. I went on foot like close to 5 kilometers, and I just wanted any kind of help, and he had a car, so okay. I'm on a mosque right now, so maybe I will pray. Yep, I will try.